Hello guys and girls, Voices from the Dark here. Welcome to a very special sort of video. We will be doing something very interesting in this video. We will be creating this. We will be making phantom fish in the Skyrim creation kit. Now before anybody jumps on their horses and goes all crazy about this, I would just like to say that even though I'm making a character in the creations kit, it does not mean that they will be in Kijor Season 3. Thing is, I wiped my entire Skyrim, all my characters, so now I have to remake everybody that I want to have. And I'm planning on making a Season 1 and Season 2 recap video to catch people up, and you know, it's been so many years since the first season, so I figured I should have like a recap where people can catch up to what's happening. And among the characters included in Season 2 is Phantom Fish, so we will need to make Phantom Fish. This is a picture of him in 2012, this is a bit of a more recent version in 2013. So we will be making him in the creation kit. Now the creation kit you can get on Steam for free. It's under the tools section, and I recommend looking up some tutorials on YouTube to learn how to use it, because I won't be going very in depth, but I was gonna sit down and make all of these characters anyway, and I was like, you know, it could be an okay video. What do I know? Maybe people are interested in seeing us create Phantom Fish from scratch. We will not be working with these. Now, what I usually do when naming my actors, this is the actor tab right here. You can change pretty much anything you want in Skyrim. You can add custom audio, characters, items, magic, anything really. On the actor tab, you can see that there's a lot of actors. And to not have to deal with that, I give a prefix for all of my characters. VFTD. There they are. Don't mind the dread eye. That is not something you should concern yourself with, peasant. So, he's going to be very simple, because all I'm going to need Phantom Fish for is machinima purposes. Like, I just need him to be in a scene, do some movement, move his mouth, that sort of stuff. That's all I need him to do. I don't need him to be a follower with like a set of dialogue and stuff, because that takes so much longer. So this is very basic. So let's just take like the Alienor. She already has the whole follower trait going though. You know, it's actually okay. So let's just take the base Alienor and rename it to VFTD Phantom Fish. And then the name of Phantom Fish is of course Phantom Fish. You can give him a short name too, but I don't know if I ever gave Phantom Fish a short name. It can just be Phantom Fish, it's fine. Essential, yeah. Unique, yes. And then I'll save it. And it'll ask if I want to make a new form or overwrite the old form. Of course I want to make a new form, because I don't want to mess up a Alienor. So there we go, Phantom Fish. Now let us have a look at how Phantom Fish looks. Updating. That does not look like Phantom Fish at all. We'll have to change that. First and foremost, let's get a full body view here. This is not Alienor's final outfit, by the way. I just kind of needed to throw something on her, so it became some Dark Brotherhood robes. I'm still trying to like figure out what I want her to wear. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so we'll go to the first tab here where we have traits. And of course, no female. It's always very helpful to tick this box before choosing a race, because if you get a race with a beard and go to female, that female will retain the beard. I think I actually kept that in one of my videos at one point as an enemy, just because I found it hilarious, but I don't know if anybody ever noticed that. I think I did at least. There was something like that at the back of my mind. So as you can see, there's a lot of races here. You can actually do a lot of cool stuff. Like, if you want, you can make like a troll, give him a special name. He apparently uses a bow there. You can also get a lot of errors when you mess around like here. You can make a cow if you want. That's pretty cool. You can make a lot of cool stuff. But right now you can make an Alduin race. It's not appearing correctly. Argonian. There we go. Now, as you can see, we'll start with the base simple Phantom Fish. We'll keep him in the corner here. And as you can see, shut up phone. He looks pretty much like the basic Argonian. The funny thing about both Kijor and Phantom Fish is that they look very much like the default, which, it's not necessarily a bad thing. So let's just do a voice type. It doesn't really matter a lot, because we won't be using this voice in the video, but it's always nice to have it actually match. Let's go male Argonian for that. Wait, you know, Phantom Fish been eating a few cookies here and there. He weighs 30. Damn. You can also choose his disposition, doesn't really matter. Stats are pretty irrelevant when we're just going to have him be a, you know, an actor, basically. He won't need to fight, he won't need to do anything. But it's always good to give them some health in case you do want them in some sort of fighting situation later on. And I don't want him to run out of stamina. So it's all good. Now this is what you would want to type if you wanted him as a follower. Then you would also set his relationship to the player to be an ally. What the hell? We might as well make him a follower. It doesn't matter. It's easy peasy. You gotta make the parent Phantom Fish, and the child needs to be the player. He has to be your parent. Then relationship level. We can make him a lover of Kijor. Ugh. Lover. No. No. Ally. We'll make him an ally. So if he's an ally and he has -1 on the rank of current follower faction and 0 on potential follower faction, which you just find by typing in filtering follower and choosing them and selecting a rank, then he will be able to be recruited on one condition. This voice file needs to be compatible, but we know that there is indeed a male Argonian follower, meaning that we can actually use this sound file right here. But for example, there is no female Khajiit follower, so I had to use like a normal female voice for Tast, if you remember way back in Season 2. Keywords, AI data. Here we can sort of describe how he is. If he's frenzied, he attacks everybody. If he's unaggressive, he doesn't attack. Aggressive usually works fine. Foolhardy, otherwise they just keep running away from combat. Fight till the end, damage. Also, the combat style is... it determines how they fight. Now, it can be a bit tricky. Like, I know that if you want to make somebody dual wield a weapon, you will need to choose this style, CS, Force 1, Berserker, Low. Other than that, you just need to kind of find what fits. Now, Phantom Fish was a battle mage as far as I remember. Let's just see if we can... let's just make him as close as we can in case we did want to have him in some combat situation so I can get some good shots of him in the recap. We have some DLC spells here too. You won't see them if you don't have the DLCs, but I guess most people have the DLCs by now. Spell Swords, that seems to fit. And if you want him to use magic, then it's also often good to give him some magicka, of course. I'm going back on my words a lot here. I'm like, no, we're not going to do this, we're not going to do this, but I always end up doing it anyways. That's me. Mood angry. Yeah, that actually fits Phantom Fish. I mean, look at that face. That is not the face of a happy man. And again, maybe he has reason to not be happy. Now, he still doesn't look very much like Phantom Fish, so there are, of course, some things that we will need to change. For now, though, let's give him the classic robes, just so we can get the Phantom Fish vibes here. So if you want to find the college robes, what are those labeled under? Yeah, college. This is the... is this the Adept outfit? Adept, Illusion, no hood. And refresh. Yes, that's the one. Okay. Doesn't matter if it's Illusion or what it is. Well, it does kind of matter, though. Well, Adept, Destruction, no hood, of course, because we don't like the hoods, yo. 66 arrows is not what you're going to have. You have the Dawn... oh, what's it called? The Dawnbreaker. And to find those special weapons, they have like a special code, I do believe. There we go. MG and then something. Or where was it? No, it was it was a Daedric. Okay, there we go. Daedric artifact, I think the short prefix DA stands for. So DA, and where is it? Volendrang. That is one badass hammer. Maroon's Razor. Everything that's connected to the Daedric. Dawnbreaker. There we go. Now that's at his side. And he did also have some spells, so I guess we should go ahead and give him some spells as well. Let's just give him something really simple, like some lightning stuff. Now you get a lot of crap, not all of this can even be used. Chain Lightning, that's a good spell. Let's also have like a healing spell. Heal, I wish I had the Phantom, the Mirror Image spell, but I sadly don't. Because that was made by a Darkling, and I don't know how to make it myself. So, I could learn, but yeah. Healing left hand sounds good because he's going to be using his right hand. Oh, that looks like it sucks. Yeah, regardless. Doesn't matter a lot. So, finally we come to the interesting part. The character gen parts. Now, this is where we choose how he looks. And you can actually mess around here and make, if you want, like a pink... Let's make ourselves a pink Argonian. That's more purple. Let's have a look at that. Beautiful. So, okay, for some reason you can't really preview head of Argonians. Maybe there's a fix for that, but I don't know it, so I'm gonna stay in full mode here. This is how I made Frostbite all blue, by the way. So you can choose from like the default colors here. Now, I think, because he is a bit darker in this picture, but this picture uses more like proper lighting. This is very base lighting, you know, on a blue screen, so this is not too bad. Can I get it a bit darker though? Or is that too dark? No, I think that's an okay color. Yeah, that's an okay color. Nobody can tell the difference anyways. So the eyes. I think he's actually using the correct eyes. If we just have a look. Yeah, those seem to be the eyes. Unless there's some eyes that are very, very similar. Oh, they're gonna take forever to preview. They are gonna take... Oh, okay. Hey, go back in the water. Ugly Argonians. I'm sorry. I like Argonians. I don't mind them at all. Oh, hey, put the eyes down. Put the eyes down. No. Okay, where were we at? Male eyes Argonian. That looks like... Well, there's something in them though, like they have some sort of glow. I wonder if that's has to do... That's actually something I chose. I guess that's just how they look in the lighting. Now, as we know, he has some horns. That's why I brought this older picture so we could get the horns right. Which is under hairstyles, of course, because why not? Sadly, the problem with previewing Argonians is that it's very clunky because you have to constantly refresh whenever you do something. So that does slow down the procedure a little bit. Can you see? No, I can't see them in full. You just get a ugly scale face. Oh, that's almost it. We just can't have those two Satan spikes on top. Almost, but he doesn't have any sort of leaves on his head. I wonder if somebody has ever like mistaken an Argonian's hair for dinner and eaten it. That'd be scary. If somebody just starts munching on your hair. Not in a good way. Okay, these actually looks like... These look like the same type. He's starting to fit right in. Now there is a little difference between early and late, as you might be able to see. He has a lot more scars here. That's on purpose. I believe this happened after the Necromania attack. I can't remember if that's when he got the scars, but I think we're gonna make him with... Oh, wait, I'm gonna make him from the start where we just meet him, and then he only has one scar. I guess I should be thorough and just give him... Let's give him all the scars. Let's give him all the scars. That's always cool. Okay. So right now, what we need is a scar. Now, scars can actually be a bit more tricky to add than you think, because you can't just go drop in scar, do this and this. You can also change the color of everything here, like his chins can become... his one chin can become white. You can make his cheeks all rosy and puffy and Sugoi anime, but we are just going to go over here and we need to find ourselves some scars. And they are labeled as gashes, but they are not under the actor tab. They are found... Oh, I'm trying to remember where you find these. Are they under, like, items? No, that wouldn't be. Miscellaneous, maybe. Wow, I haven't actually opened this in too long. Because what we are looking for, ladies and gentlemen, is the gashes. They are like their character part, body part data. Character, head part. There we go. Then we need gash, I believe. Marks, male, humanoid. Okay, so that gash is on the left side of his face, meaning we have to look for them. We can't actually preview them, so there's some trial and error. Like, it's not the simplest things in the world, but, you know, it's not super difficult either. So if we do... Let's test out number 1. How does that look? I can't see it. I think that's because you can't use humanoid scars on them. Okay, so you actually have to go scar. Gash is just for humans. There we go. Argonians have their own thing. I don't usually make Argonians. They haven't really labeled these as well, so let's just go and trial and error. 002, is this one? No, that's clearly not the one. We can just drop a few in here. Oh, that's almost it, because I combined a few scars here, which you can't do outside of the creation kit, so I kind of made him a bit unique. That scar might be part of it, I'm not sure. Is that scar part of it? Let's get this, because I'd like him to be as accurate as possible when you make them. Although that's not always going to happen. Like, I was looking at how Kijor looked when we started the Let's Play, and he actually looked a bit different. Like, he actually started out as Kirak, and he had a... Oh, these are multiple scars, good. He had a... what's it called? Here's, he actually had here. Kajor had here in the start. So that's a thing. Okay, so he had 1 slash here, and then he has 1 slash on his forehead, which should be right here under scars. That's not it. That's just an overkill of scars in the same place. Because you totally get scars from explosions. That's how it works, you know? There we go. He has a little bit on his chin. He does here too. Okay, well now he's actually starting to look like he should. He's starting to look good. I'm liking this. Phantom fish. Very cool. And now of course you can go into the character gen modifier and adjust the parts so you have them just like you want them. But I believe phantom fish was actually very plain. Like if you saw this phantom fish, you would assume that it was the normal phantom fish. I think his skin color actually changed a bit there. Oh well, regardless, here we go. Here's phantom fish. He's super cool and can kick your butt, so don't mess with me. Or my sister. So, Argonian race. Beautiful face. Oh, with the scars too, that's lovely. So let's just quickly go over what we did. We created him, gave him a unique ID, set him essential so he can't die, set him unique so there's only one of him. Made him an Argonian, not a female, gave him his voice. Guess that's the stats if you wanted to be in combat. I just did that quickly. Factions, -1 on current followers, 0 on potential. Relationships, player ally. AI data, he's aggressive and he's a spell sword. His inventory is pretty simple, he just wears the adept outfit and the Dawnbreaker. Now you don't have to only use these outfits. You can actually make your own outfits inside the creation kit by going to the outfits tab and then making a new one and then taking other items and dropping them in. It's kind of tedious work, but I had to do that when I was making all the Darklings because a lot of you had like special armor sets and that cost me many hours of work. But it does work. We gave him a Dawnbreaker. We can actually like just open up the weapon itself and just change whatever you want, like a description like Pone's Scrubs or something. And then you can save it as like a new ID so you don't overwrite the old one, which I really recommend. Because you don't want to mess around with that too much. He has some basic spells. And of course he looks like he's supposed to look. Now, let's... I probably should have saved him more. Save often, kids. Save often. Now we can see him here on the VFT list. Okay, so we'll say that. And we'll just press... This one is supposed to say yes to all, but for some reason it says cancel in Norwegian, which really confused me. So if this ever says cancel for you, it's you press the further right button. That's when you want to press when those warnings come up. Okay, let's jump into the game and see if we can find him. Before we do that though, there's another thing that we will need to do. We will need to place him inside the physical world. I'm not 100% sure if this is necessary, but I just found it to be sort of useful. So we need to find a place where he could be at, where we could find phantom fish, like a reasonable place. Like, I mean, if you have the Dawnbreaker, let's place him in Dawnstar somewhere. Ignir's house. Let's go have a look at Ignir's house. How does this look? I'm gonna load this up right now in the render window and can like just say yes to all for those. And here's the house. So this is how it looks from above, and you can spin things around, which I really don't recommend. You can move things too, which is pretty freaking gnarly. Okay, not the best at maneuvering in this space. So as you can see, here's Ignir. Now we can place phantom fish inside here if we want to come across him in the world, unless you just want to spawn him in directly. Then we take phantom fish and drop him on the floor, and there he is, phantom fish in the corner. Okay, I can dig that. I don't think that's a necessary step, but it's okay. All right, let's go and find him. Okay, well here we are, right outside of Dawnstar. The sky is rather beautiful, and so are my luscious companions. Now a little note on the faces of a lion or an owl is you might notice that there's a slight difference from how they used to be. Maybe a bit more doll-like, but I couldn't find the face mod that I used before, so I had to use a new one. Now I mean, it works. Also, made Marthar look a bit younger. And again, he's probably like 568 or something. Okay, let's go find Ignir's house where phantom fish is at. Now if we can't find him, we can just spawn him in, but I want to go and see if I can find him. He's hiding here.
I'm gonna get my revenge on you, phantom fish. for what you did.
And a lot of you are wondering why Phantom Fish did what he did, and I have actually written his story, so to say. Like, it's a story that explains everything that happened after he left the group and why things turned out like they did. I just haven't really found a good time to implement it, because I've been considering a few of those stories, just explaining a few things about the characters that were not properly explained in either Season 1 or Season 2. Did this snow just lose its texture? I think it just did. That is embarrassing. Now, can we find him? Where did we oh, there we go, Irgnir's house. Alright, let's sneak in here. I'm out of lockpicks. Oh, well, we'll just do the old and dirty way. Unlock. Hopefully nobody saw that. I probably should have sneaked before I did that. Ah, well. Oh, hey there! What's up?
You're not supposed to be in here.
I think your skin color's a bit too dark, actually. Some things you can only see when you're in the game.
Don't even think about it.
Oh, you live here now? You live here? This is your house?
You're not supposed to be in here.
Okay, I can't recruit him because he's now really pissed at me. Okay. Maybe you don't want to place them in a... I don't usually do this either. I just did it this time to show you that it can be done. So this is what I usually do. I just open this up, I type help Phantom, and then I get up a lot of results, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go through these. It's right here though, but I think I called them Phantom Fish. No, I did not. Because this one goes after the name that you've given it, and because I've given it a Phantom with a dash, it won't... Oh, it actually shows dashes. Okay, I didn't know that. So I want to place this at me, and the command to do that is place at me. But if I want it to be right by the player, because player is going to be the target, so I could like press somewhere and place it at that object, but I want to do player dot place at me, type in his little codiloo, which is like his ID, his life essence. And I typed it wrong. What did I mess up? Oh, I took a 3 instead of a 2. Be careful with that.
Yes.
And there we go! Phantom Fish!
Ours is to smile at your passing, friend.
And that sounded kind of passive-aggressive. Okay, follow me.
We are in this together, yes?
And then it'll take a second for him to realize what's going on. And there we go! Now we can do stuff and like trade.
Need to carry something.
Get his Dawnbreaker. Yo, everybody starts with a hunting bow. I hate that. I gotta find the mod that removes that. So if I now attack a guard, they should help me out. You guys gonna join? There we go! See? Phantom Fish is in combat. That's how you do that. Ganging up on the Dawnstar guards. If you want to make your own characters in Skyrim, you can. It's very, very simple and it's a lot of fun, and it's what enabled me to do what I do with these seasons. I had to rewatch some of Season 1 and Season 2 while I was making like the recap, because I'm writing that at the moment, and oh, the quality is so bad. Not sure how you guys survive that, actually. Oh damn, he's brutal! Then again, I'm not surprised that Phantom Fish is brutal. I could teach you a few other commands while we're at it. This turned into a weird video where I just show off a lot of stuff. TFC, toggle flying camera, TM. Actually, before we do TM, if you find that this camera is too fast or too slow, you can always change the speed. I think it starts with a speed of 10. So you type Sukizum. I can't remember. I think it's set universal camera speed movement or something. So Sukizum 10 is the default, I think. So if you do 1 and you press the auto walk button, which is C for me, then you get smooth motion. You can get it super smooth too if you go down to 0.1. That's as smooth as you can get it. Then it barely moves. It's very useful. And of course, if you want to make some sort of crazy shot, you can get Sukizum 100 and go like dun 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 dun. This is so Season 1 of Kijor. I'm like, hey guys, welcome back to Kijor Season 1. I don't know how to control a freaking camera. Yeah. So yeah, I find that it's nice to have it at a calm level. And especially if you have like an Xbox or a PlayStation controller, plug that into your PC. Learn how to do that, and you can get much smoother movements than you ever could with your mouse and keyboard. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to show you today. I wanted to make Phantom Fish, put him in the world, and I'm also giving you a few tips and tricks of how to do a thing like this. I was once considering making a Machinima series going over things like this, and maybe I will one day, but I didn't really feel done. But then again, I kind of did right now, didn't I? Maybe Maybe it's not so difficult after all. That's because everybody has their hunting bows. It's rather annoying. Everybody has their hunting bows. Yeah, there are always a few things that needs to be fixed, of course. But there we go, phantom fish. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna give him a lighter skin color, but other than that, he's ready for war. Don't look into the camera, you're breaking immersion here. And yeah, TM, toggle menus. Gone of the menus. And then you can create whatever you want to create. There are also other fun... Stop showing things. There are also other fun things you can do by setting the FOV. If you press 0, it goes back to default, but you can make it like wider, you can make it super wide. Of course, if you want to zoom in, you can have an FOV of like 20 and get like really close-up shots. Different things. Just remember to switch it back before you start playing, or you might actually get motion sick. Well, guys and girls, thanks for watching the video. Hope you learned something, or if you didn't, hope you enjoyed it. I'll go fix Phantom Fish, and I'll see you in the world of Skyrim. Kijora Season 3 is coming this autumn, so be ready for that. Well, have a still good day, take care and stay awesome. But most important, everybody...
To oblivion and back, as they say.
This is payback! Oh, he doesn't want to attack me. Okay. Stay dark! Goodbye!